trying to get over here. Had technical difficulties for the last 30 minutes, and I was trying to get it corrected and was unsuccessful. I have a lot of documentations for this project on my computer, which is misbehaving. However, it seems to be easily boiled down to two issues, and Mr. Andy can correct me if one, for whatever reason, there was a reversion clause on a prior deed that the city of Water Valley conveyed, hey, Cinnamon, to the predecessors in title to the current owners of that Fred lot. Going back through the history of those lots, there was a hardware store on Main Street, roughly where Beaux-Arts and the coffee shop was, and their warehouse was where Fred's is now. And so when the city conveyed them that lot, it was part of what I believe was part of an extension of the school lot that was up on the hill. They conveyed it to them, and they had in there that any building to be built was to be built 3 feet off the ground so that the city could always locate and maintain its utility lines, which run under that property. Of course, Fred's is slap dab on the ground. It's not 3 feet above it. So, and the city has no interest in trying to execute or trying to enforce a revocation or clause in a antiquated deed either. So that is issue one. Issue two is that if you use, I do a lot of real estate, and I've said this to many people, but if you take two surveys that have been done 10 years apart, there's going to be discrepancies between the modernization of that industry and the different tools being used. And so the current plat of where the easement, of where the sewer lines lie are a tad off from the old easement that was drafted in the early or late, I think it was 2008 or so. So we'd like to update, or not me, but the current owner of that lot would like to update the easement that it has with the city to reflect the updated survey. Now, does that, Mr. Andy, does that adequately encompass everything?
That is very well said. We sent, just for the benefit of all, we sent our surveyor out with ground penetrating radar to find the actual location of the sewer line. It has been plotted on a survey. I sent that to Daniel yesterday, or the day before, one of the 2 days. Unfortunately, the sewer lines do not run under the existing building, and what we would like to do is when we acquire the property, grant to the city a new sewer easement reflecting the correct location of the sewer lines, and then, I guess simultaneously, terminate the old easement. That's one of the things we want to do. The other thing is this right of reversion that's in the old deed, it's from 1966, so that the folks who were involved in that are unfortunately not available probably, or if they even remember. But the right of reversion to the city would, candidly, if I showed that to the Dollar Tree attorneys, they would terminate the project because they can't allow that to be there. Not that y'all want it, I'm not saying you do, but it's just something that they would be in their conservative way, say this can't be. So we'd like to get rid of that right of reversion so that Dollar Tree will not be made uncomfortable by seeing it. Those are the two issues.
Yeah, Dollar Tree's concern is they don't want to have a store open and they can lose the store because of, in this case, the right of reversion. For any reason, they want to make sure that a store does not have to be closed.
But Daniel, is that the only trigger in that reversion clause, as if a building is built that isn't 3 feet off the ground?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know.
And say it was violated when it was built on slab, so it's really legally, it's, I don't know.
Well, I think
It's not there.
arguably, not to speak, you know, I don't think, does anybody have any interest in of the city of trying to say that we own that building?
No.
Because, all right, well, I think it would be easily within the owners of that lot to say that we've slept on our rights to the point where we're giving them away. But so that's a little bit, yeah. And as the mayor was saying, I think that building was built on a slab probably in the late 70s or so.
Early 1974.
So, you know, that's just a non sequitur, really. So I think that as part of the terminating the easements and moving them around, I think what I would like to do, and Mr. Andy Smith, the attorney for Elkin, sent me drafts. I think it may even be simpler to try to merge those three documents together to explain that we as a city have located those sewer lines. They're not underneath the existing building, so there's no reason to have that restriction or reversion on there anymore. So the necessity of that doesn't exist, so it can be terminated. And then second, because we have located them, we're going to put on the record where those easements lie. So for future purposes, both parties know where they are. And then lastly, because we've determined that the old easement does not adequately illustrate where the lines lay, it should be terminated. So, you know, just because I think it.
Do you need that in 3 motions, or you just need approval from the board to move forward with that plan?
I think we could style a motion saying that we would give our attorney, Daniel Martin, the rights to work with Mr. Andy Smith in drawing the proper documents to handle these 3 situations. And I think it could be done in one motion.
Yeah, one.
Herbie, go ahead.
Sir?
Go ahead.
I think Herbie was making a motion.
No, I was agreeing with what the mayor was saying. Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay, so we have a motion in seconds to allow our attorney to work with the attorneys for the Dollar Tree or Mr. Elkins, and to work this situation out to all the legal documents to be where this project can move forward.
And for clarity, the motion is that we're going to terminate the reversion clause as no longer being necessary. We're going to terminate the existing easement and replace it with the new easement, which will adequately reflect where the lines lay.
Okay, so that is the motion. And we had motion and second, all in favor of that. Okay, and that is unanimous. Anyone, Ms. Smith, Ms. Elkins, any other statements or
Pointers that you need to
Pointers.
just take care of?
No, not at this time. And we greatly appreciate this. We're under kind of a tight time frame with the seller to close on the property. And I will say that if we couldn't have achieved these 3 goals, we would not have been able to close on it. So this gives us the green light to move forward, and we will move forward. And I think that what the ultimate product that Dollar Tree will have there will be a real asset to the whole city of Water Valley, and I think will also be a nice tax revenue source, and we'll employ probably close to 20 people full time. So we think we'll be a good corporate citizen, and we appreciate what y'all have done here today, this evening, to make it all happen.
Thank you.
So thank you very much.
One more point.
Yes.
I think
need a motion for me be able to sign the legal documents.
motion granting the mayor authority to sign the document.
All right, Nicole makes that motion. We have a second. Kagan seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, that is
All right,
unanimous.
motion to adjourn.
Yeah, all right, motion to adjourn, taken. Herbie seconds, all in favor.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank y'all so much and.
Thank
again,
you. We're glad
Thank
to
you,
have
ladies.
we're glad
Thank
to have
y'all.
here,
Thank you
Dr.
very
forward
much.
to a long
Thank you.
relationship with the.
We do too. Thank y'all. Mr. Mayor, if I have any more issues, I'll call you.
All right, you got my
Thanks,
number.
Daniel.
All right.
I
thanks,
got
sir.
it.